Now let's go ahead and get back to talking with Dan from Colorado State University Extensions. So I just quickly asked you, like, what is Extensions? What is Colorado State University Extensions?
Let us know, yeah. Interestingly, Colorado State University, Fort Collins based, is present in every county in Colorado. There are 64 counties in Colorado, and almost all of them, 61 of them, have a CSU extension presence through the Extension Office.
Okay.
So Extension is really where easy grab 4-H, Boys and Girls Youth Development Programs, are housed in the Extension offices. And this is how the university is able to deliver the 4-H program across the nation, through every county, through the Extension office.
And then you said your involvement in particular...
Primarily forestry and wildfire prevention.
Okay, so yeah, that's we're starting to kind of get to that season, right?
That is exactly. And so as a natural resources person in the county, we do a Master Gardener program and native plants, and we have a number of outreach arms involving water. All of these things tie back to our forests and the beautiful environment that we live in.
And I mean, this time of year, as the snow is starting to melt, like what is wildfire prevention? What are things that we should be paying attention to?
Really, the thing is looking back, and we can look back into the winter that we just had, which was somewhat thin.
Yes.
And in the last few weeks, we caught up to average precipitation, but
That's
really,
good.
it is good. But soil strata are showing that they're quite dry, and so ultimately, the plant life growing above ground is quite dry. And now we're heading into summer, and we live in a fire-adapted ecosystem. Our forests actually have evolved with wildfire. Now, fire is really good for nature, but fire is not very good for humans. And so we talk about making sure that we're safe with our fire and not allowing fire to become a wild, uncontrollable fire on the landscape.
And so what can we do as far as preparing?
Right, so individual homeowners and landowners have a really important responsibility. I like to say wildfire prevention is everyone's responsibility, and that's create defensible space. And this is basically pushing the live vegetation away from your home, basically by cutting it down.
Okay.
So we have zones. Zone 1 is 30 feet away from the house. Zone 2 goes out to 100 feet, and out to Zone 3 is your property edge. But really we want to start modifying the vegetative landscape away from the home so that when a wildfire comes into your neighborhood, hopefully that won't occur, but if it does, your home would have less chance of burning because of the vegetation that's too close to it. Because you've done your work ahead of time and you've pushed that foliage away from your home.
And so are there sort of resources or that people can go to find out this information as far as like good tips and techniques?
Absolutely, yeah.
And maybe even people to kind of come and do it for them?
So exactly, all of the above. We have 2 fire districts in Summit County. Summit Fire and EMS is really, I guess, Keystone, Frisco, Dillon, Silverthorne. And then we've got Red, White, and Blue Fire is in the south end of the county, and that's all of the upper Blue River Basin from the high school south through Breckenridge to Blue River. And then you can also call the CSU Extension office, and that's myself, and we'll talk with you about different tips, strategies, things you can do to create defensible space, make your home and your neighborhood more safe from a potential wildfire in the future, and really help all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, you had mentioned this is kind of basically the first push or the first campaign for the summer for wildfire prevention and protection. Are there other things going on throughout the summer to be noted?
There really are. You know, the longest day of the year is the summer solstice, June 21st. There's going to be a wildfire simulation. So all of the practitioners, the fire first responders, are going to respond to a mock wildfire incident, and that's really for training.
Yeah.
And then the same day, we're going to have a community party at the Silverthorne Pavilion to celebrate summer, but to also get a little education and help us remind us that wildfire prevention is a really important component of everyone's lives here in this, what we call the wildland-urban interface, where the forest and the built environment are overlapping, and we know fire occurs, lightning, human-caused, and we just want to make sure to protect communities. We're also going to have a dual campaign along with our chipping program. That's where people can put /curbside and we'll take it away. So you do the work, and then we'll come through. You can hire contractors to do this work as well. But we have a really how to put out your campfire campaign coming our way so that people are a little bit more...
That's important.
I mean, and that's what burns down forests, is people who aren't being very aware of their surroundings. And, you know...
And not being aware that just like a fire that looks like it's out can totally start back up again.
Right. So we often talk about dead out. You know, you need to be able to put your hands in the coals and you're not burning your hand, your fire's dead out.
Yeah.
If it's still warm, it's not done yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So are there different dates for these various sorts of events? And this is all part of the chipping program, or the chipping program is just one aspect?
It's one aspect of a multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
Summit County government, the fire departments. Summit County has a wildfire council made up of representatives from all the towns. And we're all very much speaking the same language to try to get the community aware of protecting our community from wildfire. We saw Northern California have major problems in the Sonoma County, Santa Rosa area. Southern California last year, major loss of property and huge expenses. And so we really don't want that to hit Summit County this year. And it takes all of us, and it takes a concerted effort.
Now, where is the best place for people to find out more information on the resources, the events, the programming, the dates of stuff that, that you guys are kind of getting all set up?
I would really say there are three places. It's Summit Fire and EMS. And then we have Red, White, and Blue Fire, and the Colorado State University Extension Office. That's in Frisco.
Okay, but nothing is online? Or?
Oh yeah, sorry, pardon me.
Yeah.
And I guess I was reading between the lines that people might choose to use the internet to go to those locations. SummitCountyCO.gov. That's the county website. And then of course, RWB.org. RWBfire.org is red, white, and blue. And then Summit Fire and EMS, folks would have to look it up. I don't know the exact URL.
Okay, well, Dan, I want to thank you so much for coming in and, kind of giving people the info and sort of heads up of, let's keep our county safe this summer, or this spring even.
Spring through summer through fall, exactly.
For wildfire prevention. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, folks, we're going to take a little bit of a break, but don't go anywhere. I will see you back in a minute.